After being delayed several times this past year due to the pandemic, Disney and Pixar have finally released their latest film on the Disney Plus streaming service. I'm Chester Westerford, and here's my review of Soul. The film stars Jamie Foxx as a discouraged middle school band teacher who dreams of one day getting his big break as a jazz musician. It's what he's always wanted to do and believes it's his purpose in life. Why he was put on this earth. One day he finally gets his big chance, but is killed before he can actually take it. Not willing to let that be it, he determines to find a way back to Earth and back to his body from the afterlife so he can finally fulfill his dream. That's the basic premise of the movie as presented by the promotional material beforehand. At first it can sound a little bit simplistic, but there are multiple twists which take the story in a couple of different and, at least for me, unexpected directions, which turn this into one of the most fascinating Pixar films in years. I have to admit, it's not what I was expecting at all. I don't really want to give anything away, but the film takes a very interesting look at how many people live their lives, and I have to say it made me think in a way that no film has for a while. Even though I'd heard some of these messages before, something about the way this movie handled it just really struck a chord with me. People are already comparing this, I believe, with director Pete Docter's last Pixar film, Inside Out. But I would say that this one is even more thoughtful and more grown-up than that one, and more philosophical, in a good way. Jamie Foxx forefronts an excellent cast that also includes Tina Fey, Graham Norton, Daveed Diggs, Felicia Rashad, and others. As for the animation, Pixar just keeps getting better and better. The materials, textures, and atmospheric lighting on Earth really give the film a nice blend of realism, while also not being so real that the more cartoony elements look out of place. The more cartoony look of the metaphysical spiritual world works well as a good contrast to this, and I really like some of the detail, or rather lack of it in a few places where the sets blend into three-dimensional pencil lines, basically. It really gives it an almost unfinished look, which really gives an idea that this place is real, but sort of not really physically there at the same time. All in all, I'd say this was an excellent film for the whole family to enjoy. Although maybe not quite as humorous as some of the other Pixar films, I did still laugh out loud a few times, and the story is so captivating, I didn't think it needed, humor every minute. The pacing is often maybe a tad slower than you're used to expecting, but in a way that really works to the story's advantage. It kind of moves like a jazz song. Steady, but with a few twists and turns, all coming together to form something fun and thoughtful at the same time. So, gather your whole family together, or just yourself if you prefer, like I did, and take a look at Disney Pixar's Soul. Overall, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Until next time, I'm Chester Westerford, and I'll see you later.